I did not have the capital. Our revenues for that year was $350,000. We actually made money with it, and it took us about 10 years to really increase our net worth to a point where we can go do development deals on our own. It was very hard to get a loan, very hard to raise equity. I've worked with another firm for about 10 years after my
Mm-hmm.
college.
Mm-hmm.
So I worked with this local developer from 1992 to 2000.
Mm-hmm.
And when I came out in 2000, I always wanted to start a development firm that deals with multifamily and
Mm-hmm.
hotels primarily. Those were the two assets we were aiming for. But um, I did not have the capital when you said
Most people don't.
most people don't. So we started with what needed the less capital at the time was a construction company. So
Mm-hmm.
Journeyman Construction, we started doing work with Journeyman Construction starting in 2001.
Mm-hmm.
Our revenues for that year was $350,000.
Okay, so
Which
yeah, which is really good.
which is really good. First year, yeah, we actually made money with it, and I had another partner, and we ended up buying out the partner. So things knowing that we didn't really need their money for the construction business.
Okay.
And then it took us about 10 years to really increase our net worth
Uh
to a
huh.
point where we can go do development deals on our own. So in 2011 is when we started going out and looking for multifamily sites, and that's really
Mm-hmm.
when we started on the multifamily development front. We closed on our land and the construction loan in 2012 for our
Mm-hmm.
first project called Silverado Crossing. That was in Buda, Texas,
Okay.
and that's how we came into existence.
Wow. So you start off kind of like you just kind of you tried it out and you had a partnership and then you slowly realized you had the capital to now to do this on your own and now you've been doing multifamily developments ever since.
Ever since, exactly. The first project
Yeah.
was it was very hard to get a loan, very hard to raise equity.
Mm-hmm.
But we were lucky. We found an
Mm-hmm.
insurance company that was willing to put in mezzanine equity into our project, and that kickstarted us. Of course, I had to sign everything in blood. We
Sign
all,
away your trying to sign away your kids as well, firstborn kid too.
yeah, exactly, exactly. But it proved to be worthwhile. We were just
Mhm.
coming out of the recession, and
Yeah.
2012 is when things started picking up in Austin.
Yeah.
Uh, to just to indicate to you
Uh-huh.
and your viewers how far we have come. The first deal that we did in 2011, we built it for $68 a square foot hot cost.
Wow.
Okay, the same product today, we're building it for $160 a square foot hot cost.
Yeah, that's double. It's Austin's a is a changing place. One of
Yes,
the things that makes me, which I'm really glad that you're kind of working this on this, like in building this development, is we're starting to have this like affordability crisis because there's just like there isn't that enough homes for people because so many people want to come to Austin that like there isn't places for them to live, and so they have to live
right.
far out or they can't they can't they don't know they can't find anywhere to rent.
Yeah,
So
very, very true, very true. One of the things that we're doing with our organization is Kurt Call is another partner with us. Kurt and I discussed the affordability crisis that we have, and we said at least one project a year we'll do it as an affordable project. So right
mhm.
now we are on our fourth project
Okay.
as an affordability project. We call them workforce housing projects, where
Mhm.
we team up with either City of Austin entity or Travis County entity,
Mhm.
and we are able to set aside some of the apartments
Mhm.
for people making 60% median family income or less.
Mhm.
So we we have two tax credit projects that
Mhm.
set aside almost 90% of the units
Mhm.
for 60% MFI. And
Mhm.
then we have two projects that we're working with Travis County that are currently under construction. where we've set aside about 50% of the units and 60% MFI for affordable.
Okay, that is awesome. I think that's really good. It helps allow people that like they're maybe underprivileged have opportunities to get into something that's like reasonable cost for them. So that is awesome that you're making sure to incorporate that in your some of your developments.
Yes.